So this is the tutorial room. Didn't originally exist in the game. I only added it because no one understood how to play a graphic adventure game apparently, even people who I knew could. I thought the game was very simple to use, but apparently it wasn't, and so I had to add this on after I'd already finished the game. All the graphics had been completed, all the dialogue had been recorded, and so I had to make a room using the assets I already had, and ideally not having to record any more dialogue. The guy that voiced the main character, who was a professional voiceover artist, basically had already done all his recording of over 1,000 lines of dialogue, and I didn't really want to ask him to have to do more. So I thought, okay, I can do all the audio for the tutorial room. And so I wrote a tutorial room that went into a lot more detail on how to play the game, and that's what this is. But then after I wrote the dialogue, the guy that did the main character voice offered to re-record all the dialogue that was required for the tutorial room. I don't really like the tutorial room, and if I did the game again I would have made the tutorial part of the beginning room. But that was the way things were. It wasn't an ideal situation, but it's the best solution I could come up with.
I'm not talking to that.
In the original first room, the entire tutorial was basically one of these posters. It just basically told you how to access the pop-up menu with 3 options on, and that was it, really.
You are skipping the tutorial. I hope you know what you're doing.
Didn't really do much else. I thought that'd be enough. It seemed fairly intuitive to me. It definitely wasn't, because literally no one knew how to play the game. And to compound that, the first room was harder than I expected. So here we are in the main game. This was the original first room. As I said before, the original tutorial was on this poster here. This room turned out to be harder than I intended. I intentionally made it a very small area so that you could, even if you got stuck on the puzzles, you could just brute force it, which is a fairly standard way of designing the start of adventure games.
One of the pockets has a key in it.
It won't fit any of the locks in here. Don't bother trying.
But alas, I set the difficulty a bit higher than I intended, and nearly everybody got stuck in the first room. Even though there is a built-in help system, which was explained as part of the tutorial, which basically tells you everything you need to know to get through the game. You could almost follow the entire solution of the entire game just by using the tutorial. One of the biggest problems with this first room was these boxes. You had to figure out how to open them, and weirdly you had to use a key. Apparently people don't understand that pointy things can break tape.
Nothing of interest.
So now let's get out of this room.
I'm not wearing old scrubs.
A few bloodstains never hurt anyone, wimp.
Looks like old medical scrubs. There is a ID card in here.
It's not yours. Put it back.
A box of framed photos. Some sealed boxes from medicalsupplies.com. I wonder what's inside. If I could only break the tape with something pointy.
It's probably just more scrubs.
It's a filing cabinet, and it appears to be locked. It's a full bottle of water for one of those water dispensers. Looks a bit high-tech. I think it may be a scanner of some sort. There's a slot that looks like it's a credit card reader.
Looks broken to me.
There's a keyhole in the door.
You could always try using your finger to pick the lock.
It doesn't fit the lock.
Maybe you aren't trying hard enough.
I can't do that. It doesn't fit the lock.
Maybe you aren't trying hard enough.
That should break the tape sealing these. There are scrubs on hangers in here. I'll take one.
See? Told you it was just more scrubs.
So if you've noticed by now, we've got a second voice for the main character. I would refer to it as the id. It's the character's internal voice. And you'll also notice that he's not being very helpful. He was originally going to be the help system. The idea being he would give you the opposite advice to what you should be doing. But this was discovered to be far too subtle for most people. But I still liked him as a character in the game, and it was quite key to the story of the game in the end. But so you'll notice he pretty much tells you the opposite of what you should be doing the entire game.
It's a new scrub on a wire hanger. It is an ID card. It's a key. This wire hanger might be useful. I don't want to wear that now. Let's try and pick the lock. That worked. I wonder what's inside.
I doubt there's anything important in there.
So this is a great example of where the id was helpfully unhelpful when he said use your finger to pick a lock. How about a wire coat hanger instead?
It's an unlocked filing cabinet. It's a lot of Future Tech Company documents in here. Employee personnel files. Shame there's no photo on them. It looks like the CEO is Miss Sarah Bio.
That isn't worth remembering.
That is definitely worth remembering.
On what? I can't do that. It scanned my iris, but didn't open the door.
You clearly don't work here.
I can't do that. I can't do that. It is an ID card. It's a new set of scrubs. It's an unlocked filing cabinet. It's a lot of Future Tech Company documents.
That isn't worth remembering.
This one of the CEO might be.
What makes you think that?
I didn't mean to skip that, it just said this one of the CEO might be useful and he picked it up.
It scanned my iris, but didn't open the door.
You clearly don't work.
That might work. I need to activate the scanner and I'll try that.
You think?
I need to activate the scanner and I'll try that.
Find that start button.
The handle doesn't work, and there is no lock on the door. It must be a cheap iris scanner to be fooled by a photo.
Yeah, I guess it must.
Hello?
I better hide quick before the guard sees me. I have a feeling I'm not meant to be out here.
He'll never look for you in the guard room.
I think maybe a different room would be better.
Throughout the game, there were a lot of the images that Len Peralta did for the Thing a Week, like this one up here on the wall of President Lincoln from the President's Song. Most of the rest of the pictures in this hallway are characters in the game that you see, like this one here of the main character. This one here at the end of the hallway is another one of Len Peralta's Thing a Week pictures. This one was from DNA.
It didn't work. It didn't work. I don't want to go that way. It didn't work. I can't do that. That might work. I need to activate the scanner and I'll try that. It worked. I better get inside quick before the guard comes out of his office.